From the Convergence Studio in the School of Communication, this is Loyola News Chicago.
Hello, and welcome to Loyola News Chicago. I'm Victoria Cervenak.
And I'm Kristen Tomets. Here's the latest news. Campus safety has a new warning out this week. Last week it was about iPhone thefts. This week it's about the activity around the McDonald's near the Water Tower campus. Ashley Barnes has more about the bizarre events and whether students are worried.
A few weeks ago, we told you about the flash mob that was hitting some of Michigan Avenue's stores. Now, campus security says they may be back, but with a twist. Sunday night, about 70 youth stormed the McDonald's restaurant at Chicago Avenue and State, causing about 10 Chicago Police Department units to respond and also closing the restaurant for 3 hours. There were no arrests, and the amount of damage is still unknown, which is causing some to wonder what exactly happened, and McDonald's is choosing not to comment at this time. Campus safety sent out an email to the Loyola community alerting them of the incident. However, many students say this does not change their opinion of how safe they feel on campus.
Never felt uncomfortable on campus before, but this kind of makes me feel like maybe I should consider, the fact that it's not as safe as we think.
I feel pretty safe, but anything can happen, obviously.
So I don't feel less safe on campus. I think campus safety does a really good job of keeping everyone safe, but just always be aware of your surroundings.
Though it is still unsure exactly what happened at McDonald's, campus safety is saying to take precautions with everything that students do on campus. Ashley Barnes, Loyola News Chicago.
Both campus safety and Chicago police have increased patrols along Pearson and Chicago Avenue.
This is Palestine Awareness Week on campus. The Middle Eastern Student Association is hosting a controversial keynote speaker. Legendary journalist Helen Thomas will speak about the representation of Palestine in the media on Thursday at Mundelein Auditorium at 6 p.m. Thomas worked for United Press International for nearly 60 years. The controversy on campus stems from Thomas's anti-Semitic comments toward a rabbi in 2010. Some members of Loyola's Jewish community are offended that she's speaking. Hillel director Patty Ray told the Dispatch that Thomas is a racist and disgraceful representation for Palestinians. But the Middle Eastern Student Association says Thomas will bring more awareness to injustice in Palestine. Plagiarism, whether intentional or not, is a problem on college campuses. The Loyola Phoenix reports that the College of Arts and Science had about 20 cases of plagiarism in the fall semester. That number is actually down from the previous year. The internet makes it easier for a student to plagiarize, but also makes it easier for professors to catch. Turnitin.com is a website where students submit their work and teachers use it to find plagiarism. Loyola professors who use the site say it's a scare tactic that discourages students from plagiarizing. You'll find more on the plagiarism issue on campus in this week's Phoenix.
Chicago Public Schools have one of the shortest school days and school years in the country, and that can leave gaps in the average student's education. But Kirsten Boehm reports a Loyola program called Target New Transitions, or TNT, is helping combat the discrepancy with tutoring and mentoring for high school freshmen.
Every Saturday around 8 a.m., Loyola students, a part of Target New Transitions, or TNT, meet at the Loyola parking garage to enjoy a quick breakfast before grabbing their academic coaching folders and hopping in a van. They travel to Curry High School on Chicago's southwest side, where they provide 3 to 4 hours of free academic coaching for any freshman in need of support. Before any Saturday session happens, TNT Director Mary Charles and academic coach Lana Larcher spend hours preparing. On Friday afternoons, they lay out all the collected materials needed to supply students with a hybrid version of tutoring and mentoring material. TNT's model is unique, and it makes transitioning into high school more manageable as coaches establish mentoring relationships with freshmen.
We're really working with students in underperforming schools to help them. Obviously, we give them a lot of academic support, but also we give them the social and emotional support to believe that they can do things.
Curry is the second largest high school in Chicago, and freshman year is a critical time in getting students to realize the importance of staying in school.
Getting them to try, get the idea in their heads to go to college, to further their education past high school, starting with their freshman year. So
One student, Devon Bramlett, is currently a junior at Curry, but he was a part of TNT's first year in 2008. Now he has transitioned into an ACT prep program with aspirations to study game design. Devon says the coaching he got as a freshman has helped him to discover his abilities.
I knew what I want, and then TNT helped me find what I need. And every minute that you may be in the program, it'll help you advance one step further.
At an underperforming high school like Curry, the additional help and advice, not only in homework, but also in life experiences, allows freshmen to transition into high school more smoothly. It also allows Loyola student coaches the ability to make an impact and to discover more about themselves. Kirsten Babe, Loyola News Chicago.
In the future, TNT wants to expand its outreach citywide to incorporate more Chicago public high schools. TNT would also like to get other Jesuit universities across the country to begin similar programs in their cities.
Loyola's nursing school has a new honor. It's ranked as one of the top 50 graduate schools nationwide. The rankings were based on peer assessment surveys sent to the deans and faculty at 467 schools. And the nursing school is upgrading. Over the weekend, construction began on a new nursing building on the Maywood campus. It will be a state-of-the-art clinical simulation center that will allow students to replicate patient care scenarios. The new center will open in 2012.
If you like to take pictures or just enjoy photography, there's a new club on campus just for you. I zoomed in on Loyola's photography club. Loyola has more than 200 student organizations. The latest club coming into focus is the Photography Club. On April 11th, the club had its first meeting. About a dozen interested students attended. Juniors Erin, Jordan, and Lindsay Noell founded the club.
I needed some kind of artistic outlet, and there wasn't really a place for it, and so it's like, well, if nobody else has done it yet, why don't we just do it?
Noell and Jordan created the Loyola Photography Club Facebook page to connect with students interested in photography. Last spring, Noell was in Jamison Chen's photojournalism class in the School of Communication. Noell said Chen supported the creation of a photography club.
He was just really all about it. He wanted it to start because there wasn't something like that for us.
Chen will work closely with the members of the photography club.
Image now, it's in our daily life. Then people come together, it's not just to learn photography. Actually, it's a sharing the campus culture.
Become a member of the club, all you need is a camera and a passion for photography.
Hopefully there's going to be beginners to like advanced majors in the club, so it'll be really nice to get some other people's backgrounds and ideas.
Freshman Sophia Carlson joined the club to meet new people.
I haven't found that many people interested in the same like photography and things like that, and I think to make new friends, learn new things, because I constantly want to learn more and more about the subject in general, and just have good experiences from it.
The photography club may meet again this semester. For more information, check out the group's Facebook page. In the meantime, members are eager to start photographing for the club and other organizations starting next fall. The club invites students who will be in Chicago this summer to join them in photographing the many summer festivals.
It's that time of year again for those finishing their time at Loyola. Senior send-off is right around the corner. The April events include a tour and tasting at the Goose Island Brewery and 2 Cubs games. In May, there will be the senior boat cruise at Navy Pier and the senior toast. Graduation ceremonies will take place on the 12th through 14th, depending on what school you are in. For the various events, you can buy tickets online at luc.edu/senior sendoff. Then you can pick up the tickets at the information desk in CFSU.
Coming up, the end of an era in Loyola sports. We talked to the Ramblers who were there from the beginning.
And a sneak peek inside Wrigley Field with the fastest finger in the West.
Hey Luis, did you know that your Elmo's plan?
Your plan?
Yeah, Elmo's mommy said that if Elmo is too sick to go to school, the plan is that Elmo stays with Luis and Maria.
Oh yes, we have that plan all in place.
Great!
You never know when your child will be too sick to go to school. So have a plan ready so your child can stay home and get healthy.
Luis is the man, because he's almost planned. The man, because he's almost planned.
To learn more about preventing flu, visit flu.gov.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Oh, here we go.
Let's stretch in the grass.
What a play.
Let's play tag.
Wow, unbelievable.
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
President Obama will be in Chicago for 3 fundraisers Thursday, and he's also getting some local star power as a boost. Bulls star Derrick Rose is expecting to attend the president's fundraiser at Navy Pier. The other fundraisers will be at 2 Chicago restaurants. Obama will return to Chicago with his wife Michelle at the end of April to tape the Oprah Winfrey Show as part of Oprah's final season. And the appearances will raise the president's average for visiting Chicago. Although he had originally expected to return every 6 to 8 weeks, he has only made it back 7 times since being in the White House.
Brittany Arnold is here with sports. There's a lot of sports going on this time of year.
There is. Volleyball just wrapped up their season, golf's in full swing, and track and field is heading toward their outdoor season now, so there's a lot going on. Rambler fans came out and packed the park this weekend for the Loyola women's softball team. While the women fell to Valparaiso 5-2 in the first game of a doubleheader, they came out with a victory of 5-4 in the second. The Ramblers creamed Valparaiso 8-0 to wrap up a 3-game series at Loyola Softball Park. The women just started their 5-game series this week at Notre Dame. Overall, they are 500 on the season, but 6-3 in the Horizon League. The women's golf team placed second in the Loyola Invitational at the Evanston Golf Club this weekend. The women finished with a team total of 629 behind Western Illinois with 626 for the tournament. 3 Ramblers finished in the top 10 overall for the Invitational. The women are looking ahead to the Horizon League Championship, April 22nd through the 24th, in the Howey in the Hills, Florida. 2 Ramblers dashed to the finish line at the Duke Invitational in track and field this weekend. Freshman James McLaughlin is still breaking records for Loyola in both indoor and outdoor triple jump, taking 3rd place at Duke. Another Rambler to look out for, senior Nicole Louise, who placed 2nd all-time in the 400-meter dash for Loyola. The outdoor season continues next week with rivals DePaul and UIC. The men's volleyball team had a tight victory on Friday against Ball State, but the game had a lot more meaning to a pair of alumni. Students and family members packed the stands at Alumni Gym on Friday night for the farewell home game of the regular season. But among all the people there, one former Rambler had a special connection with both the gym and the team. Matt Bennett was only a freshman when he started the Loyola men's volleyball team back in 1995, and he couldn't be more proud of what the program has become since then. Attending the game with former teammate Derek Boyle to say their goodbyes to Alumni Gym was important for both players.
Part of the reason I came to Loyola was because I heard that they would be starting a men's volleyball team. But when I got here, it turned out that things were on hold for quite a bit and they weren't really sure how it was going to happen. So we had a club volleyball team, and we had such good players on our club team because a lot of these guys had heard rumors that Loyola was eventually going to have a men's program. So we were the best club volleyball team around for sure because we had all these players who were D1 caliber but just didn't have a team to go to.
Watching Friday's game brought back memories of practicing and playing games as a Rambler in Alumni Gym. It was emotional, but both Bennett and Boyle say coming to the gym one last time was a must.
I came tonight because we had a lot of practices in Alumni Gym, 3-hour practices and 5-hour matches sometimes back when scoring was a little different. So I came to kind of see the final match here at Alumni Gym, and it's kind of sad that it's going away.
The men's volleyball team may have played their final home game at Alumni Gym. The memories made there will live on for them and former players. The men's volleyball team will be moving on to their new home in the Gentile Center next season. The Ramblers beat Ball State 3-2 on Friday and will play at Quincy on April 15th.
That's all for sports.
Thanks, Brittany. I'm sure the alumni were glad they got to see him one last time before they left.
It was interesting to see that it was only 1995 when the team had started, so it was a good story. It was a nice twist.
Great, thanks, Brittany.
While the Cubs players may be the famous ones, it's one of the behind-the-scenes guys who's stealing home. Come along as I take you inside the press box for an exclusive interview. Rick Fuhs has been a lifelong Cubs fan, but fastest finger in the West is a title he's gained working as the scoreboard operator and given to him by none other than Harry Carey. Before his speed, Fuhs credits Kurt Hubert, who put in the scoreboard in 1937.
The system and with his father, and it's micromagnetic, so that's one reason why I'm so fast, because once you press that button, simultaneously it sends a signal out to the scoreboard and flips the eyelid, the target, and then forms the number 1, 2, 3, or so on.
Fuhs has worked more than 1,700 games in his career and has become a part of the Cubs' legacy. Between the infamous Steve Bartman game and the Billy Goat curse, the Chicago Cubs have a ton of history, and a long history is what it's been since the Cubs have won the series. But some people think it's going to happen sooner than later.
Right now we got a good owner in the Ricketts family. They seem to want to put the money back into the team. It's going to take a little time until you get the right mix of players. Although I think this year they look pretty good. They got some good pitching. I think they're going to win the World Series.
Even through all the losses, Fuhs calls himself a lovable loser. His love for the game and his optimism are reminders why Wrigley is such a fun place to be, especially for students.
It's a beautiful ballpark. When you come here, it's just a great place to watch baseball. The Cubs are a fun team to watch. Of course, they haven't won a World Series in many years. But to come out here, it's a great atmosphere. It's sun, a nice sunny day. You can sit in the bleachers. You can get a suntan. It becomes it's just a place to be. And then there's a lot of fun here. It's fun watching the Cubs, especially when they're winning.
While some may think that it is no fun to attend all those losing games, for a lifetime enthusiast, somehow I don't think that's a problem. Victoria Cervenak, Loyola News Chicago. Chicago fans aren't the only ones who love the Cubs. Loyola does too and are selling tickets for 2 games during senior week.
If the warmer weather is putting you in the mood for a cold treat, you might want to check out Loyola's newest business for cool treats. Red Mango is a new frozen yogurt shop that opened last week in the Morgan at Loyola Station. The shop has 6 flavors of yogurt with many toppings to choose from. In addition to frozen yogurt, Red Mango sells a variety of smoothies, teas, parfaits, and chillers, just in time for the warmer weather that we keep hoping for. Well, I hope this weather continues to improve, but for me it's a little cold for frozen yogurt right now.
Well, I mean, I don't really eat it, but what's your favorite kind of flavor?
I'd have to say vanilla. I'm a plain vanilla kind of girl.
Nice.
That's all for now. Thank you for watching us.
Join us next week for more Loyola News Chicago.